Some fights get announced, and the whole MMA world goes, yeah, that's about right. This is not one of those fights. When PFL dropped Dakota Ditcheva versus Denise Kielholtz in Dubai, half the comments said exactly what you're probably thinking. Really? This is who they're giving her? Bit of a mismatch, isn't it? Total setup fight. And I'll be honest with you up front, because that's the whole point of this channel. On paper, yeah, it probably is. There are levels in this game. Dakota is on one. Denise is on a lower one. That doesn't mean Denise is bad. It means Dakota is that good. But mismatch doesn't mean no danger. It just means the danger is pointed mostly in one direction. Let's walk through it like grown-ups instead of pretending this is 50-50. Dakota first. She's not just undefeated. She's undefeated in a way that makes people in suits start planning 3 events ahead. She doesn't fight like a brawler. She fights like someone solving an equation in real time. Her whole game is built on distance, judgment, and timing. She's long, but more importantly, she knows she's long and uses it. You watch her and you see front kicks that say, stay over there. Straight shots that land before you've even fully committed to yours. Subtle pivots that make you miss by an inch and pay by a mile. She doesn't need chaos to win. She wins by keeping things clear. You overstep, she tags you. You rush, she meets you halfway. You freeze, she builds on it. That streak of finishes she had in PFL before the Inaba fight, it wasn't luck. It wasn't her catching people early. It was her reading people faster than they could adjust and then turning those reads into exits. Then came Inaba in Cape Town, first decision in PFL. A fight that showed her composure, sure, but also gave her a souvenir she didn't ask for, a broken hand. And that's where all of this really starts. Because once you've been out with something like that, once you've had to trust your body to come back, trust that your moneymaker weapon still does what it's supposed to do, you don't just roll right into the scariest stylistic matchups available. You take a fight that lets you test things, touch distance, feel timing, land clean, shake off the rust without inviting maximum chaos. That's where Denise comes in. Now, Denise Kielholtz is not a can. Anybody calling her that has not done enough rounds with high-level strikers. She has real pedigree, kickboxing world titles, Bellator experience. She's been in there with legit women and held her own. Her style is simple. She wants to close space and throw. Tight punches, forward steps, combinations in the pocket. She's not here to stay long. She's here to arrive and force you to decide if you actually like getting hit or not. In a phone booth, she's very real. In a ring, under kickboxing rules, with big gloves and no takedowns to worry about, she's hell to deal with. But this isn't that. It's not that she doesn't have a submission game. She does. The issue is that Dakota's a fellow kickboxer with a more polished overall arsenal and takedown defense that gives you flashes of old school Chuck Liddell. This is MMA, big cage, 4-ounce gloves, and she's walking into someone else's ideal environment, not her own. She's also been out for 2 years. That doesn't erase her skill, but it does shift the odds. When you've been away that long and you're not the one on the rise, you're not the long-term project. You're the test. That's what this is, a test disguised as a threat. Let's just say the quiet part out loud. If these two fought 100 times, I'd pick Dakota in at least 95 of them. She's younger, fresher, more complete as an MMA fighter. Her tools fit the environment better. Her confidence is built on recent success, not old memories. Denise's best case scenario is to drag this into a fight that doesn't look like the one PFL is hoping for. She needs to force Dakota to the fence, crash into mid-range, make the exchanges ugly, turn it into a grind where clean technique matters less than stubbornness. If she can do that, we've got a real fist fight on our hands. Dakota still probably wins, but now we're talking about a competitive scrap instead of a showcase. But the most likely version of reality, Dakota manages the distance. She picks her shots. She lights Denise up on the way in enough times that the entries start coming slower and more hesitant. Pressure fighters hate hesitation. It kills everything they build their game on. Quick pause here. If you appreciate someone actually saying, yeah, this matchup is probably one-sided, and here's why, instead of pretending every fight is a coin flip, hit that subscribe. This channel exists for people who don't mind hearing that their favorite promotion is sometimes playing it safe, and that Levels is not just a meme, it's a real thing. Drop a comment while you're at it. Is PFL doing the right thing here? Or are they insulting Dakota a little by giving her a matchup this manageable? All right, back to work. Tactically, here's what I see. For Dakota, the path is clean. Use front kicks and long jabs early to set the range. Make Denise walk through strikes, not into empty space. Touch the body and legs often. You don't have to kill her with one shot, just tax the gas tank. When Denise rushes in, meet her with straight shots and angle off instead of backing straight up. If Dakota stays disciplined, she doesn't need to take many big risks to win this. She just has to stay herself. The big question is the hand. Not whether it works, it'll work, but whether she trusts it. You'll see her confidence level in the shots she throws. If she's snapping the right hand, turning it over, committing to it without flinching, that's a fighter who believes her body again. If she's a little kick-heavy, a little more conservative with that side, maybe the brain is still running background checks while she's in motion. It might not change the result, but it can change how long it takes. For Denise, the path is narrow but honest. Don't hang out at the edge of range. That's Dakota's kill zone. Slip or parry the first long strike and immediately step in behind combinations. Force clinches, break Dakota's posture, make her work harder than she wants to. Target the body early. If you're going to chase a more technical fighter, you'd better take their gas away. The problem is, she has to do all of this while walking through a sniper who's expecting exactly that game plan. That's where Levels shows up. You can have the right idea and still get punished trying it. So what happens? If things go the way they should, you'll see Dakota take a round to find her timing, start to pull away in the second, and either finish Denise late second or early third with accumulation. Too many clean shots, too much damage, too much body work, and not enough answers coming back. TKO, referee stoppage, hands raised, Dubai crowd buzzing, PFL smiling upstairs. If things go the weird way, the always possible, never likely way, Denise survives the early work, drags Dakota into deeper waters than expected, maybe clips her in an exchange she didn't need to be in, and suddenly what started as a tune-up becomes a full-blown test. If I'm being real with you, as someone who's been in there, sparred guys like Winky Wright, trained fighters, cornered them, and seen what a true gap in levels looks like, this feels a lot more like showcase night than upset alert. And that's the part that feels a little too honest for the promo posters. Because combat sports keeps doing this dance. Promoters swear they don't protect anyone. Fans swear they only want the best to fight the best. And then everybody quietly nods when a matchup like this happens. Young, marketable, ascending star, coming off injury, put on a big card in a big city with a veteran opponent who's legit enough to respect, outgunned enough to be beatable, and stylistically tailor-made to make the house favorite look good. Is it rigged? No. Is it honest? Mostly. Is it tilted? Absolutely. But that's the thing about the cage. You can tilt the table. You can stack the odds. You can pray the script holds. Once that door locks, all the airbrush posters and careful matchups don't mean a thing. You still have to walk out there and prove you're the one on the higher level. every single time. On February 7th in Dubai, Dakota Ditcheva gets the chance to do exactly that. In a fight she should win, in a fight she's expected to win, in a fight that will say a lot more about her ceiling than Denise's flaws. Drop your prediction below. Tell me if you think this is smart management or soft booking. I'm Reggie Cross for Behind the Lines. If you're feeling the vibe, hit that subscribe. And remember, hype fades, legacy don't. Peace. 745